3, 2, 1.
Oh. Welcome back, everybody, to We're Not the Experts podcast. I am Big Con. That is Big Floppy.
Hello.
And we are back.
Welcome back. Yeah, we are back, baby.
We took a week off.
Like the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, baby. We are back.
We are back. And we took a week off because of a couple of different reasons. I was a little, had a rough week last week. Floppy became very busy all of a sudden. And,
But
so we're
we
like,
made time today.
we made time today. And we were kind of just like, whatever. 1 week off, you...
Yeah, everyone needs.
You'll be all right.
You need a little week. You need a little.
Right, you need a little break.
Hopefully you went outside and touched grass and like had a good day and.
Right, maybe if you don't touch grass, maybe you
should
probably get outside. You're probably in your car right now too, you loser.
Just reach out the window and touch some grass.
Right, touch some. Put your leg outside of your car.
Don't do that. Flintstone that shit, baby.
Right. That'd be funny.
All right, you had something you wanted to talk about. Hit me with it.
Oh, right. So I kind of started this thought to you in a text message the other day, and I never really finished it. And for the Formula One drivers. So I figured out.
Yes. Okay, yeah. I remember that you sent me that, and you were like, "I figured it out," and then you just didn't say anything else.
Because I was like,
"Cool."
I was like, "I'm gonna bring this up on the pod."
I just want you to know I figured it out, but I'm not telling you. Fuck you. You figure it out.
Right. Once you figure it out, you let me know. But I figured it out. So these guys are like watching.
Well, you gotta lay out the question, like
they basically Formula One driver when you watch them do press conferences, talk to each other.
Everyone's talking mad shit.
Everybody's talking shit about each other. Yeah. They're like they're
sarcastic responses.
Right. He's like, I'm not answering the questions. I'm not answering.
Yeah.
Like,
or
this is a stupid question, and you're like,
they're like, hey, we noticed you had trouble getting the fourth tire on in the pit stop. Why didn't the car work? And he's like, because they're supposed to drive with four wheels. Like that's always their. It's like their answer is always like some shit of like, hey, you had some trouble in the turn. Like you bumped the wall. What was y'all's plan for that? And I was like, well, the plan definitely wasn't to bump the wall. And it's like they just always give they give the answers that everyone wants to hear, right? Because it's like some of the questions are stupid,
right?
And it's so they give the really good, like a good answer. I like the answers that they give, but yeah,
I agree.
Definitely. So did you see real quick on that one? Did you see the one where Max was talking to it was a press conference at the end of the last race. For those of you, if you didn't watch it, don't watch it. Whatever. Max won, Lando got second, and George Russell got third. And the interviewer asked, he was like, "Hey, Red Bull won, but McLaren got more points than Red Bull this weekend." And then Lando was like, "Oh, like who? Like didn't Mercedes too, or like whatever?" And the interviewer was like, "Yeah, I think Mercedes also got more." And Max jumps in and he's like, "Yeah, they had two cars."
Right.
And that was all that he said. And it's just like, because for those of you who don't know, Checo, which is Max's teammate, didn't get out of Q3 and then wrecked going from like P17 to P16 or something on like the fourth lap, or no, it was like the.
It was like I was about to say it was like mid race.
And then he gets a penalty for trying to drive it back to the pit stop which. Unpopular opinion, that's 100% deserved.
Right.
Because he was absolutely trying to not get a safety car to not fuck up Max's lead.
Yes.
Yeah. Safety car came anyways, but it didn't matter. But that was one of the times that the FIA made a good call there, because he was absolutely like, in any other situation, had Max not been in first place, they would have been like, safety car, we can't get like anytime that someone does anything, they like immediately like toss the steering wheel out and get out of the car. They're like, nope, can't drive it. And he's like limping this thing back to the fucking
it doesn't have a back wing.
Yeah, it's like he's testing the new 2026 downforce.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, sorry. Continue your story. That's another. That's an example of when they give a response that's just like unhinged and everyone loves it. Yeah. So sorry. Continue.
So obviously they do all that kind of stuff where they kind of talk shit about each other and give sarcastic answers.
I have my theory, but yeah, I want to hear yours.
I figured it out.
Okay.
No, there is only a select amount of people on this earth that can do that. And I might get a little hate, and I don't think I will, but I probably will. There's only a quarterback isn't hard to find.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
A running back isn't impossible to find. Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton. They're kind of like very extreme rare breeds. So if I was like an owner of an F1 team and I had like, let's say Max saying like shit like that, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
he's winning. You don't care, dude.
Right. I'm like
as
you
long
can
as he's
trash
not,
me.
you know,
I
up there
don't
doing
care.
like racial slurs or something. Like you don't give a fuck what he's saying. Like,
Right. Trash whoever you want.
Yeah.
Keep winning.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm not saying like nobody can drive a race car, but I think the amount of quarterbacks to the amount of F1 drivers, a lot, like there's a lot less F1 drivers and there's a lot more quarterbacks. Like, so like
driving, that's one of those things, like driving a Formula One car. I've never done it. I want to do it really, really bad. One of these days I'm going to go do the thing where you can drive, they're like the early 2000 cars, but they're still stupid fast.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that where you can go drive one of these days. A lot of people very heavily underestimate what it takes to drive one of those cars.
Oh,
there are people in this world that are sitting there like, oh, I could drive a Formula One car. Dude, they can't even parallel park.
Right.
And they think like when you look at some of the shit that they do, where the tolerances that they have and the clearance, and when you think about it, that they don't have traction control, they don't have ABS, they do all of that by feel. There's a lot of people that are listening to this probably don't even know what ABS stands for. They don't even know what traction control does. They don't know that their car has it, and they damn sure don't know how to turn it off.
Right, true.
So,
or they might not be.
And they wouldn't even know what it does, like how it works, or what it like, how they function. So to then take a car with over 1,000 horsepower and not put traction control on it, nobody even knows what that means. So they sit there and go, "Oh yeah, they're just driving cars around." It's like, yeah, dude, you can't navigate traffic in the evening,
right?
And you think like
you can't drive in the rain, dude.
Yeah, I was say like the second and they're sitting there driving in pouring rain at 160 miles an hour,
right?
And they're just like, they can't see shit, dude. You ever see the visor cams? And it's like you look in front of them, and it's like driving in fucking fog that is at your hood of your car. You can't see shit, dude.
And you can kind of see the triangle of lights barely,
ERS,
right?
Flicker, yeah.
And you're just like,
yeah. And a lot of it too is that have you seen the videos of like Daniel Ricciardo where they play the audio clip of the engine of the car and he is able to tell you what race it? Like there's one that they play the audio clip and he within the first 3 seconds goes, "Oh, that's Monaco." He goes, "There's a bump at the first straight in Monaco. You come out of the pit, you go into this first straight and there's like a big bump that the car hits and the engine's like the RPM spike." And he was able to identify of the 20 something racetracks that they drive on. He was able to identify the very from just the sound of the RPMs of the engine. Yeah, so the amount of control that these guys have over those cars and the monsters of cars that they are, people just don't realize. They don't realize that they don't have power steering. They don't have power brakes. They don't all of it is feel. And those are the same people that are like, "Oh yeah, I can throw a football." And it's like, yeah, you can throw a football. You can't throw a football 45 yards or 100 yards or 70 yards like freaking Tony Romo or Patrick Mahomes can. You know what I mean? Like not Tony Romo, Tom Brady. I mean Tony Romo can too, but come on. So that's the whole thing. And then I think backing to your point, I think the other difference is the concentration, like you said, of not only the quarterbacks but everybody else on the team.
Right.
There is one driver in the car. I mean, there's 2 teams, but they're each in their own car, and then is one driver. There is one person that decides whether that team makes money or not, and it is the person driving the car. Right. Yes, the pit crew does stuff, the engineers do things. I'm not saying that they don't. There's not a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Right. But at the end of the day, whether or not that team makes money depends on whether or not they score points. And then that's what determines whether they stay in Formula One and they have the funding and they have the advertising and they have the sponsors that pay for everything. Whether or not they score points determines whether or not, most football teams, they fucking get money from whatever. People watching all the stadium, television, all kinds of shit. Right. And there's so many different players out there. You don't have to have a star quarterback because you can have a star running back. You can have a this, you can have a that. I don't care how good of a pit crew guy you are. I don't care if you can do a 1.5 second pit stop. If your driver can't drive the car, you don't win and you don't make money. Right. So you can have football teams where the concentration of people is so large that they're not the concentration, but there's so many people on the team that you don't have to have one star player. Right. In Formula One, you have to have one star player, and that's your driver. Right. And so backing up to what you said, that's the other thing that, yeah, no, you're not going to tell, you have 4 quarterbacks sitting on the wing. You got 4th string, 5th string quarterback. If your quarterback says some stupid shit, you put him on the bench and you let the other guy go in because he needs time to play anyways. Yeah, they have reserve drivers, but they ain't putting reserve drivers in on fucking championship weekends. Right. No. So yeah, no, unless your driver is really doing something egregious, they don't say shit to him because they're the ones making them the fucking money. Right. So I do absolutely agree with what you said. And then also my other theory is the other reason they do it is because they're all fucking kids, dude. Most of the Formula One drivers are in their early 20s. Right, they're younger than us, and you're taking these kids and throwing them in, What was it that Max Verstappen couldn't rent it? He couldn't rent a Mercedes from a dealership because he wasn't over 25 and the insurance wouldn't let him rent it. The dealership wouldn't let him rent the car. And he's like, dude, I drive 1,000 horsepower cars at 200 miles an hour. And
millions of dollars.
Like I could buy this dealership. Like his contract is like $55 million and they wouldn't let him rent the fucking Mercedes. He's like, I could give you cash for this car right now.
Right.
And you're not letting me drive it because insurance wouldn't sign off on it. That's funny. But yes, no, I agree with what you're saying. They let them say pretty much whatever they want, and it's
they really
funny.
do. And I'm right. I agree. Like
they're also all gamers too.
They are,
and I think that's a lot of it too. That they're all gamers, and nobody can shit talk like a gamer can. Man,
that's true.
We have mastered the art of shit talking people, and the best part is all the gamers know that it's all just like nobody. I say nobody. Most people don't have a Call of Duty lobby where they get called a loser. Back in my day, it was way worse stuff than that, but they would get called very bad things. Like, I never went to bed at night and was like, you Call of Duty guys made fun. No, it's like, oh, that was a really good one, dude. When someone hits you with like the most egregious of slurs in a Call of Duty lobby, you're like, damn, that's pretty fucking good, dude.
Right. I agree with that.
It's so fun to do that too. I love trash talking. And one of the Call of Duties, they brought the trash talking, or they brought the like pregame lobby where everyone was in a voice chat and you could all talk.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one, me and a buddy were playing a 2v2. This is where you could do the tournaments. And like we went down, like, I don't know, you played like 10 games or whatever. And we were down like 4 or 5 and we came back and beat them. And at the end of the game, I went into all chat and I was like, hey, yo, if your girl is like not having fun because you can't finish, you can tell her to give me a call and we'll finish. Because I came back and beat him and they did. And the second I said it, it was shut the fucking it was just on the fucking microphone, just scream like classic Call of Duty lobby. And me and my buddy were laughing our asses off, dude. It was the most fun thing ever. So, yes, to your point, 1, they can say whatever they want.
They really can.
2, they're pretty young. 3, they're gamers. So you have the trifecta of trash talking going on, and it's the best thing ever. Interviews at the end are fucking great. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
And when George Russell got called to the steward's office and they were like giggling like they were like children. George Russell, Lando and Max were like, ooh, and you're like,
yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I love it. It's so fun when you actually start like watching it and paying attention to it. It's super fun.
It is. I agree with them.
But yeah, no, it's good. That's good. No, but I agree with what you're saying too. I agree with your assessment of why they can get away with it.
I think it's just because they know, like, there's so few people that can do this. I definitely could not do what they do. Like,
oh yeah,
like how fast they go. Like,
yeah,
like they're just like boom, 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 and you're just like, Jesus Christ. Like,
see, I was just talking mad shit because I am one of those people that like, I think if you gave me enough laps in a track that I'm comfortable with in a formula, and I say enough, that's kind of a hard statement because it's like, in theory, what's the old saying that if you took a monkey and you gave him a typewriter, eventually they would write like Harry Potter or some bullshit. There's something like that like obviously with enough time, eventually anybody could in theory do it.
Right. Yeah.
But I really think if you were to put me in a car, I think I could get a sub 2 minute time with enough. Like if you give me a handful of practice laps where I can really like get a feel for the vehicle. But that being said, I've also been driving vehicles since I was 12 years old.
That's true.
I'm kind of suck my own dick here. I am very, very keen at driving machinery. Like like I've driven fast cars. I've driven like high horsepower vehicles. Part of what I do for a living is driving.
Right. Yeah.
So I have the feel of like knowing a machine and knowing the vehicle that you're in and like knowing. I can feel like if I push my pedal to the floor, I can feel if the back tires start spinning. Most people can't feel that. Most people don't know what that is. And I can I have the feel where I think I can make competitive times in a Formula 1 car. Competitive in the sense of not a 5-minute lap. Like I think I could do a sub 2 minute lap on most tracks. But
Monaco.
Definitely not Monaco. Not brave enough to do that one. I could do a Mola. I think a Mola is one that I could do a sub 2 minute lap on Mola.
I think I could probably like if I had enough time. Not Miami. What's the other one Canada. Montreal. Oh, yeah, Canada. I could do Montreal. I love Montreal.
Yeah.
And I love that track.
So. One day.
Well, I'll fly.
My dream scenario is to go drive a Formula 1 car one day and do so good that they're like, oh shit, this guy could be a Formula 1 driver. Like, someone signed up.
Get in.
Let's get him in there. But it's funny because like driving the car is one thing, racing it is a completely different.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the other thing about it is a lot of people can drive the cars, but it's racing the cars. It's when you have 19 other people on the track with you, and now you're changing the physics based off of where you are at. You know, are you in the front? Are you in someone's dirty air? Which a lot of people don't even know what dirty air is.
True.
So like things like that, like all those aspects go into it on a race weekend that change whether or not you're going to be able to do good.
We aren't good in our career at the racing part. We're really good at qualifying.
A lot of the problem with the racing I still go back to is that on a 2D screen, it's very hard to get the depth perception. And that's one of those things with like any of it. Like I've done real world flight simulations, like in the full motion cockpits. Like I've done like they're FAA regulated. I mean, you can actually log time in them. So they're like legal to the point where a real pilot can go sit in them and log instrument time, or like whatever simulation time that is usable in real world flying. And I have flown those compared to flying normal aircraft. And when you don't have the feel from like everything has resistance on it.
Right. Yeah.
When you're in a simulation, you don't get the resistance in the sense of you don't feel everything that's going on.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the big thing that you could, and so you don't get the depth. I don't get the changing in the distance in the car in front of me is very different in the real world versus looking at it on a video game. So there's aspects that make it part of the reason that we struggle, but then also we just drive stupid too. There's the whole time I'm not fucking slowing down for this guy.
I will not lose P12. I will not.
I'm not letting Hulkenberg pass me again.
Bam.
But
hit him in the wall.
Yeah. No, I love it, dude. The more I've started watching Formula One, now I'm like,
oh, dude,
Formula One.
I'm now.
Baby, let's go.
I'm now like addicted to it. Where I'm like, yeah.
Especially like I said, when it's a Formula One week, I'm like, let's go, baby. And
I'm excited. It is Spain is this weekend. Very excited.
Yes.
Barcelona. So let's do our friends of the show very quickly.
Friends of the show. There we go. I forgot to start the timer.
That's all right. I have one for us. We are slightly over schedule, but that's okay. We don't care.
That's okay. We're back. We got a lot to talk about.
Right, we got a lot to talk about, but we're still not going to talk about that long. Anyway, I don't have my Debbie. I was looking for it. I don't have
me either.
It's actually washing. But W.GG is our energy drink partner, which you can get 10% off at their site with our code NotExperts. You get the nice, no jitters, no crashes energy drink. All right,
yes,
and you need it.
Tastes
and
good,
they have
good.
cans now. And if you're a can fan,
you need an on the go. Because like I said, we talked about this in the past. I'm a can guy.
I like
I'm very
cans.
bad about I'll use my shaker and then I don't feel like washing it or whatever, the whole thing. And so I love a pre. And sometimes you run into the problems with the powder where it doesn't mix very well, and then you get that whole thing. I'm a big can guy. I like if it's pre-mixed in a can, I can grab it, hit it, and go. I love it. So definitely check out W.GG. Check out the cans if they're quicker. If you're not a big shaker bottle guy, if you're not someone that goes to the gym or something like that, sometimes shaker bottles can be inconvenient. So definitely try out the cans.
Yes.
Next partner for the show is Reaper Apparel. That's going to be our giveaway hat at 50th episode, so stay tuned for that. It's coming up quick. But yeah, Reaper Apparel is our clothing apparel partner for the show. They got some really great clothing options. They got hats, they got shirts, handful of different things. They're really great quality. I like stickers. The art style. And people over there are really cool. So definitely check out Reaper Apparel Co. You can use code NotExperts to get 10% off your order there as well. And then the last but certainly not least is Mad Viking Beard, baby.
Yep, and I am actually wearing a Mad Viking Beard shirt.
So they also have shirts too.
They do. It's a ghosted shirt, and it's cool as shit.
I love the ghosted,
dude. It's
like very faint logos and like stuff. Yes,
see, it's very ghosted.
100% made in America. They've got great. They've got all kinds of like just hygiene product. They got beard. They got they got shampoos, body washes. They got trimmers, beard balms, oils,
beard oils,
beard
supplements to help you grow your beard.
Yeah, you feel hydrated, you feel good. So you can feel good with Mad Viking Beard Co. You can look good with Reaper Apparel Company, and you can have all the energy you need with W.GG. So Mad Viking does not have a code. You got a storefront for them. It gets you 10% off if you use our storefront. Link is going to be down below or above or the side, wherever we put it, but it'll be somewhere. So make sure to go check out all of them. They are really cool groups of people, and we are very glad for them partnering with us and being friends of the show. So,
yeah. All right. So now the next half of the show, where we talk about how shit you are. I'm just kidding.
I'm sad. I know nothing about this. No, I have something I want to talk to you about. So I got two things. I'll do the first one, this one first, because it's not quite as funny, but the second one's kind of funny. So you don't really go to the gym very much, but this is something that I see at the gym that I want a genuine answer for because I don't understand it. So anybody out there that does this, goes to the gym, or has done this, knows someone that does it, let me know. The people that go to the gym that have a necklace on and they put the necklace in their mouth when they're doing an exercise. Why the fuck do you do that? I don't know why. I don't get why people do that. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Why are you putting your necklace in your mouth?
So I know, and this might not pertain to gym, but it could be a nervous habit, or it could be a tick of their where they do that. Because I know some people kind of get.
So there's one of the guys that I've done some personal training with, super cool guy. He lifts super, super, super heavy. He's fucking jacked. He's won competitions and stuff like that. He puts when he's doing certain stuff, he'll put a mouthpiece in. I get that because I can kind of get the you grit your teeth when you're lifting heavy shit sometimes. So I can get that. I don't get the gold the chains because or the necklaces because it doesn't. I just don't get it. The last thing I want is a dirty necklace sitting in my mouth, and I'm
right.
It's the last thing that I want whenever I'm working out, man. I don't understand it.
I would say that's more of a a tick or a habit.
Okay.
I would say that's nervous energy. I've seen people kind of suck on necklaces before, just.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Seen that too. Yeah. But I've seen that definitely just in my life.
I could see that. I can accept that. More of a psychological than a functional thing.
I think it's more maybe it helps them concentrate, maybe it helps them feel better about their small
easy there. But yeah, so if you're someone that either does that or knows someone that does that, let me know if there's an actual reason. Is it just a not really a nervous tick, but is it a psychological thing that you do, or is it's got? I don't really see any functional aspect. Maybe there's a functional aspect I'm not understanding. I don't know. If you have an idea, let me know because I'm very curious. Let me know in the comments below, and I'm sure there will be one or two that tell us how stupid we are. So be sure to put those in there too.
Right, we want to know how dumb we are.
Always. Second thing now, this is the other thing I want to talk to you about because I had this problem the other day. I have this problem a lot sometimes, kind of. So have you ever been going to the bathroom? When you go to the bathroom, you sit there on your No, have you ever been taking a poo-poo and you're sitting there on your phone, right? And you're sitting there, so you're sitting on the toilet and you're scrolling through your phone, whatever, maybe you're there 15, 20 minutes, however long you're there. Because there's been times at the end of the day, I just go sit on the toilet and I'll watch a 20-minute YouTube video.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to the bathroom and sat there and been I don't remember if I've taken a poo or not?
No.
Oh, dude, that happens to me all the time. I'll be sitting there and I'm I don't remember if I've poo-pooed or if I've just been sitting here on my phone. Because a lot of times I will do it is just to sit on my phone and you know what I mean? It's more of a decompress, just a relax at the end of the day. Just you kind of get to sit there. Usually you're kind of by yourself. It's just kind of an alone time and you're in your house. You feel more comfortable, whatever. There have been times where I've been sitting there and I'll go to finish and get up and I'll be not sure if I need to wipe or not. I can't remember if I did a poo-poo and need to wipe. And then the worst part is I'll start gaslighting myself. I'll think about it, I'll be no, I didn't. And then my brain will be bitch, you might have. Did you? You don't know.
Why don't you just look?
Well, I do eventually, but you know what I mean? But in the moment, I had this moment where I'm no, I didn't do it. And then I'm oh, wait, shit, no, but I did. Oh, wait, was that the last time that I was sitting on the toilet or was that this time that I'm sitting on the toilet?
I've never.
So, my brain will start gaslighting me that it's bitch, you might have. You don't fucking know. You gonna roll the dice or what? And it always
stand up and flush. Don't look.
Yeah, just caution to the wind and just send it,
baby.
It's poop
roulette, baby.
Poop roulette, baby. There we go. But yeah, so I was wondering if I'm the only one, which is apparently it seems like I am. But yeah, I've sat there some time and I'll be time to go, and I'm wait, hold on, I don't know if I. Is this I don't know. And then my brain's yeah, you did. And then I'm yeah, I did. No, wait, no, I didn't. It's I don't know. You fucking might have. Figure it out, bitch.
I've never done
you
that.
are not being any help to me right now.
That's interesting. I've never heard of that either.
Yeah, no, maybe that's just a me thing. I'm not sure.
It might have been. That's okay though. Everybody's different. Everybody. I've
never. Let me say. I will preface this. I've never poo-pooed and then thought that I haven't and got. I always play safe and like just go for the wipe anyways.
You don't just look. Sure.
Well, sometimes I do that, but sometimes it's easier just to like take one piece of toilet paper and go, okay, cool, we're good, and then go. But sometimes I do just look too. But yeah, no, it's you know, it's also kind of weird to look sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, like what? You know what I mean? Like what?
You just open your legs.
Oh shit! But yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, those are the two things I wanted to ask you about.
I've never had that problem.
Really, two things out of left field, both completely different.
One's
topics.
This way, one's that way. Jeez. That's funny though.
I only do it at my house because it's the it's the place where they run together. You know what I mean? Because it's one of those that it's did I poo poo this time or was that the last time I was sitting here? Because it's the same it's the same toilet. So there's the rhythm behind where you have almost the deja vu effect of am I remembering the last time that I was sitting here or is it this time?
Do you go at the same time every day? Are you like that
sometimes.
regular?
So when I get home from work, I will usually go.
That's kind of when I do it too.
So that's part of my problem too. But I don't always. It depends on whether or not I went at work. Like sometimes I have to go at work and I'll go to the bathroom somewhere or whatever.
You just poop in the field?
I have before. Sometimes you gotta,
right? Yeah.
When nature calls, dude. Sometimes. Especially if I've had Taco Bell the night before.
Dude,
if I'm out in the middle of nowhere, it's like, hey, what's up, brother? We're going now. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, no. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to this week's episode.
We are about out of time.
We are back, baby.
We are about out of time.
I figured that was a good one to end it on.
Yeah, I like that. Sort of. Kind of.
Oh, you liked it, baby.
I loved it. I loved every second of it.
We covered everything from Formula One to the gym to shit. That's a high quality experience.
That is
right
our entire life there.
There you go.
Pooping.
But that's going to be the title. Formula One, gym, poop.
Love it. Save me some time later.
There we go, baby. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. We will be back next week. Because we should have time to record the next one soon or before then. So we will be back next week for sure. And make sure to check out all the links to go to all the places to get all the cool stuff for discounts because everybody loves discounts. And
everybody loves discounts.
Look for us at the next Formula One race. We're not going to be there, but look for us anyways.
Yeah, look for us. And if you're a rich person and you just so happen, we want to go to a Formula One race with you.
If you parked your yacht in Monaco,
invite us.
We're your guys.
We're coming. We'll be there.
We are coming. Yeah,
I'll sleep
we'll record the whole thing.
Anywhere.
Tax write-off for you right there.
Right.
There you go.
I'll sleep anywhere.
Yes.
On the track. Literally.
Widowy.
Widowy.
Oh, well, anyways, thank you guys for listening. We will make sure to catch you on the next episode and be on the lookout for the 50th episode. We will be doing the giveaway on the hat. And we can pretty much ship anywhere. I think probably US, Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know that we'll be able to do international stuff. Like it's kind of pricey. I mean, we're going to pay $50, $60 in shipping for a $20 hat. I don't know that that's going to work out very well. But if you are in US, Canada, be on the lookout for that giveaway. And we will catch y'all on the next episode and at the next Formula One race.
All right. Bye.
Bye.